Hello dear investors and traders. Thank you very much for helping our project. All forms of help are in the description of this video. Dear viewer, please give this video your royal thumbs up. Your like is very important for spreading the project Guru.Markets. Now we will compare the current fundamental indicators of the corporation NOUVEAU MONDE GRAPHITE INC, ticker, NMG. This review was created using current data as of July 15, 2024. According to classification Guru.Markets company NOUVEAU MONDE GRAPHITE belongs to the subcategory coal miners. 14 organizations are participating in the assessment. This is more or less representative. We start with summary information about the company. Let's look at each parameter in more detail below. If necessary, you can pause the video. We invite you to take a closer look at each of the corporation's indicators. Access to the table with the classification of tickers is free. I kindly ask you to distribute this release on your social networks. So, friends, we are finally starting. Market capitalization of the corporation NOUVEAU MONDE GRAPHITE estimated at $0.2 billion. With a subcategory capitalization of $24 billion. NOUVEAU MONDE GRAPHITE accounts for a share of 0.864%. This is one of the small companies in the subcategory. The company's balance sheet capitalization is $0.04 billion. And the balance sheet capitalization of the subcategory is $14 billion. NOUVEAU MONDE GRAPHITE Inc. accounts for a share of 0.264%. Comparing the shares of market and book value, we see the following. Occupied share NOUVEAU MONDE GRAPHITE Inc. in the subcategory in case of stock market capitalization assessment is 0.864%. The balance sheet capitalization is 0.264%. This is 69% less than the share of market value. Assessment of the company's share of market and book value in the subcategory. Bad, -1 point. Final company assessment NOUVEAU MONDE GRAPHITE will be presented at the very end of the review. Please watch the research progress to the end. The company under study has debts of $0.026 billion. Debt to book value represents 65% of the company's equity. Assessment of the company's financial obligations, tolerable, 0 points. The balance of the company's stock price to its profit is 0. With an average in the subcategory of 7.5, which is significantly worse than in the subcategory. Assessment of the company's stock market value to its profit in comparison with the subcategory. Very bad, -2 points. Profit for the last 12 months was -$47 million. Forward earnings for the next 12 months are unknown. Which is bad for the company's prospects. Assessment of expected future profit in comparison with companies in the subcategory. Bad, -1 point. The company's value to revenue balance is 0. The average for the subcategory is 1.1, which is worse than in the subcategory. Assessment of the company's market price to revenue indicator in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Bad, -1 point. Revenue for the last 12 months was $0 million. Forward revenue for the next 12 months is unknown. And this is bad for the company. An assessment of the projected future sales indicator in comparison with the indicators in the subcategory. Bad, -1 point. If you are interested in this analytics, then, in this case, I kindly ask you to subscribe to the channel and click on the bell. It's free for you, you will greatly help spread this project. The margin is 0%, with an average in the subcategory of 14.8%. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 14.8%. Assessment of sales margins in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Tolerable, -0.5 points. The company's share in terms of the number of subcategory personnel is 0.502%, which is 72% less than the share of market capitalization. And this shows the imbalance in the company's stock price. NOUVEAU MONDE GRAPHITE Inc., probably towards revaluation. The amount of capital for each employee of the company is $1,678,000. And for the subcategory $975,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 72.1%. Estimation of the amount of market capital per employee in comparison with the indicators of subcategory companies. Tolerable, 0 points. The amount of profit per individual employee of the company is $0,000. With the average for the subcategory, $129,900. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 100%. Estimation of profit per individual employee in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Tolerable, -0.5 points. The share of sales per company employee is $0,000. By subcategory $879,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 100%. Estimation of revenue per company employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Tolerable, -0.5 points. The volume of sales transactions was 0.9%, with an average for the subcategory of 5.8%. This is an indicator of a possible short squeeze. Indicator RSI, 14, shows a level of 43% for the company NOUVEAU MONDE GRAPHITE. Whereas in the subcategory the RSI level, 14, is 55%. Technically, the subcategory's shares are priced higher than the company's NOUVEAU MONDE GRAPHITE Inc. Comparing the dynamics of the company's share price NOUVEAU MONDE GRAPHITE and subcategory companies. We see that over 12 months the company's shares NOUVEAU MONDE GRAPHITE Inc. showed a change of -41.1%. 24.4% are against price changes in the subcategory. This does not say anything definitively, but we must keep this fact in mind. Before showing the final score, please kindly ask. Make your assessment of the company NOUVEAU MONDE GRAPHITE Inc. in the comments to this video. The total result is -7.5 out of 10 points. The average for the subcategory is -0.1 points. If you look very broadly, within the stock market in general, we see that the average score for the stock market in total is 0.3 points. Against a score of -7.5 points for the company NOUVEAU MONDE GRAPHITE. Let's go to the orders table, it is available. The link is in the pinned comment. The order table contains all decisions by the stock valuation information system Guru.Markets. Access to the order table is free and free, link in pinned comment. As a result of stock valuation NOUVEAU MONDE GRAPHITE. Guru.Markets. Open a deal due to the fact that NOUVEAU Monde Graphite, one of the most overvalued companies in the subcategory. Thank you all for watching this video and for using the information system from Guru.Markets. You truly are the coolest audience on the planet.